Larry.
All right. Welcome to the CartoonStock Caption Contest. Bob, take it away.
You could do it with a little bit more feeling.
Hey, we have a little
Come
song
on.
and dance. There's some confetti. We'll save that for the winner when we drop the
Oh,
balloons.
no, yeah, I see you're back. Yeah, okay, this is a CartoonStock Caption Contest. We have cartoonist David Borchart here, who I've known for quite a while. I was looking up on the database. So you sold your first cartoon to the New Yorker in 2007.
Seven. That is
And
correct. Yes.
it's a very funny cartoon. I can share it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can share it. Uh, the got it over here in this old database, and it's a woman tending to this guy's hand, and he's saying, "You'd save a world of fuss by not shooting me in the first place."
Well,
And
when let's see, I guess it was Farley Katz was the assistant editor at that point, and when he called my house to say that had been accepted, I wasn't home. I was at my horrible office job when my wife called me there and said it was accepted. It was like the entire floor knew about it in about 3 seconds.
that's great. That's a good.
I was
Yeah. What was your horrible office job? Do you still have it?
uh, as of February, I am retired from all horrible office jobs.
What
So you're looking at a
you did
pensioner.
graphic design, right? For
Graphic
some.
design. It was a graphic design job in a corporate bank setting, from an inside outsourced London agency. It was so complicated. All I knew is I did graphic design and I got paid.
All right, very good. Well,
So
that's
yeah, it was,
so.
but it
How's
was
how's,
awful.
how's retirement treating you? What are you doing in retirement? You're still doing cartoons, right?
Still doing cartoons, and I'm finally getting to do some of the stuff that I really have been putting on the back burner. I think I might have told you when I was first selling cartoons, before that, I was doing a weekly story cartoon for alternate news weeklies, called A Prisoner of Ghoul Island. So every week I would have, like an 8-panel cartoon, progressing the story along. And I really like the idea of going back to a longer story
Yeah.
thing. So I've been working on a couple of kind of chapter book ideas. So I've been steadily doing that. My wife and I have a children's picture book in the works. So that's moving along back and forth with an editor. So,
Oh, that's
you
good.
know, so it's sort of basically the same thing, except that 40 hours of my life aren't completely punctured by this horrible office job.
I have a feeling there's a residue
Well,
of the experience. Well,
oh no, it's post chronic stress disorder that it took weeks just to even be able to look at a computer again.
Jesus.
well, enough about you.
Yes,
But
my favorite
no,
words.
so it's great. It's great that you're. It's great that none of your former employers are looking at this. But maybe they
I
were. Maybe they weren't. Maybe that's where you got the idea for this cartoon that we're looking at, where
Yes,
the
I'll
demon
share
is
it.
coming up from underneath the parking
Yeah,
lot.
anything hellish would definitely,
Anything hellish.
but I can't, if I were to admit that, they would probably swoop back in and want residuals or something.
It's a wonderful drawing.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
David does great monsters and stuff like that. I
Great
always
Oh,
like.
monster.
thank you.
Everything about it is really great.
Yeah. So yeah, to recap here, it's a woman is shopping, presumably taking out her groceries in a parking lot of some regular old store, grocery store or something, and she's being proposed to by a demon or something from the netherworld or below.
No,
Yes, I think
I
that
don't think
sums it up.
it's not a regular old grocery store. It's very big.
Okay, so
Looks like a big box
Yeah,
store. Could
it's
be a
big. It's
Costco
like
or a.
Costco or something like that. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Oh,
So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I actually did ask my daughter if she knew what this is about, and she did right away. She's very into princesses, and I was like, "Well, what's she saying to him?" She's saying, "No, no." I was like, "You gotta make." I was like, "You gotta make a joke about it." And she's like,
I think that's the subtext.
It would be though a really quick, in and out card.
"Yeah." I was
Caption.
like,
No.
yeah.
No.
No, absolutely not." And Lawrence, I'll give you. This is a good time maybe to refresh. I think you might be frozen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is one of the drawbacks of working in poverty law is that the technology and the computers they give us are not the best. So I'll try to refresh, but
Well, it's good to know that it's frozen because I thought some of those jokes would hit.
It'd be a worse picture to be frozen.
But yeah, I saw the staticky interference.
yeah. Well, can you guys see anything? To me,
Yeah,
it's just.
we
We
see
can see a still photo of you.
Oh, you do?
A still frame of
Oh, now Joel is getting.
with
I
a
imagine it
little
can't
bit
be
of
any good. I
interference.
just see a blank blue screen.
Okay. Well, yeah, you look. It's not. It could be worse. You don't have your mouth open or anything. So,
Okay.
Yeah, you're not.
Well, I will try to refresh.
So yes, a beautiful drawing, and let's look at the captions. I think we had again. These are our top 10 and looped all lumped together with the top 10 of the public voting. In this instance, and again, we need to get to 6, picking one final winner. We're starting off with just the ones that were shared across all 4 of us, all 5 of us, and we have 8 that were. I actually did put them in the cartoons, so I can maybe I should instead I'll go back and share them on the cartoon, and then we'll go back and look at ours. So here's were the ones that were across all of ours. All I have to do is give you my credit card info.
I didn't even see that. What am I?
And give up all this.
Mm-hmm.
At least someone appreciates my shoplifting. I like this one.
I missed some of these. I didn't see it somehow in my scanning. I missed them.
This one is at least someone appreciates my shoplifting is a great one for me. First, tell me why the position is vacant.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That's nice, actually. I didn't see that one. I didn't miss that.
I'm just here for the bed and bath part.
I have to immediately say that was almost the last one in the stream, and I just love that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. It's only if we bring them up Catholic. This one was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, as a lapsed Catholic, that was way up on my list too.
Yeah.
I clearly did not see some of these.
Stop asking me about your customer rewards program. And what are the hours?
That's pretty good.
So those are the 8. I guess we'll use this time now to talk about what we each put. These are the 8 here, which I did include. So we can do this in any order. Anyone want to go about through theirs first?
I'll do mine.
Yeah, go ahead. We're in order here.
So when I looked at it, and I actually buzzed out because I didn't see some of those other ones that were good, or I looked at them too quickly. I did want to make sense of it, that there's an exchange here. He's offering her something in exchange, for something. So first, so that was when first tell me why the position is vacant. I picked the swing state voter because I thought it was political and, related to in terms of, what people are being offered to, for anything. I thought, hang on a second, I'll move some stuff around for the crown.
Right.
It was just sort of silly in that she's gonna pack the crown now in there. I wish you rest on the way in, and not if my husband is king. I have no, real absolute feeling why any of these are great, except the ones that people agreed on. although I think all of them make sense, and a lot of the captions didn't make sense in that they weren't really talking about, well, I mean, let's say captions about, I'm going to back out in 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Everything had to relate somehow that she is being offered the queen of what? Of hell, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
there
why,
were a lot
David,
about how
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to back out on you from David. That's why I wouldn't pick that one.
yeah, there were a lot about how she couldn't back out after the one. All right, David, we'll go to the artist next.
Oh, okay. I really like that Safeway thing. It just, in terms of looking at the picture, she's looking at it. It's such a sort of a blank but relevant thing to say. I was thinking about like the uh, like the Divine Comedy where you've lost the way in the middle of the path of your life. So I like
I
that
thought it
one.
was a wordplay thing. Is there a store, Safeway?
Yes, there is a store
Yes.
Safeway, which
Okay,
is
yeah.
like
So I mean, that's also what
Yeah.
that joke was doubling on.
yes, but it's sort of like it hits two notes, which I like.
Yeah.
Credit card info, that's pretty generic, but it certainly rung a bell with all of us, as did the position is vacant. I kind of like the ding my car. It takes into account everything in the drawing, and it takes it to an absurd level. It's like he dinged her car, now he's giving her a golden crown. Um,
Oh, I see. That it was in. Oh, that's interesting. Like an interesting backstory that I wouldn't have thought. Oh, he's giving her the crown because he dinged her car.
right, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So I like the idea of the backstory.
yeah.
And give up all that, give up all this is pretty obvious, but it fits so
No,
well.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cosmic Destiny or a weak spot in the asphalt. I like that because it was unusual. It was not,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was not like the other captions. It was interesting. It again took account of what was going on in the drawing, which a lot of the things didn't. Now, sorry, I'm going to have to back out on you. To me, I liked it because it's a very natural sounding sentence, and it's can go either with, she has been like engaged to him or whatever, and now she's backing out of the commitment, and the obvious thing that he's blocking her exit. So I liked how it worked on both levels there. It was paved with good intentions. I think brings in that old adage very well. I really like someone appreciates my shoplifting.
Yeah.
That's
I must say, David, you're doing a lot better than a lot of the other cartoonists
Yeah, he's did really
who
well.
usually pick the horrible.
I will say though quickly, David, half of yours have made our list of ones that were on several other lists, which is a lot more than most people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could be an honorary member.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
And you might want to try your hand at cartooning itself. Okay.
That's going to be a big jump. And heaven help me, I kind of like the last one the best. I'm just here for the bed and bath part.
I don't even understand that. What is?
Well, she's gone to Bed Bath and Beyond.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
That's the big stuff.
That's great.
That's the
Yeah.
big box store behind her is Bed Bath and Beyond.
That's great.
She's come for the Bed Bath and Beyond, but she's not there for the Beyond.
Yeah.
So, it's like the little story it tells. It's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
It reads. It's punchy. It's punchy. It reads
Yeah,
well.
good.
So those were mine.
Considering half of yours are on the list already, is there any you want to add to the 8 we have the finals? Or you want to see them again, or should we? The back up twice. The it was paved in good intentions.
Well, I mean, of the ones of mine that didn't get on the list,
Yeah.
or
No,
Well, the
you
one-
already he has enough.
He has enough. All right, we'll keep
And
going.
the one of mine that didn't get on the list, which jives with you, and it was like I was really on the fence about because I wasn't sure about it. But the only if we bring them up Catholic was on my top 10.
Yeah.
I switched it out at the very end, but
But that doesn't really address what's in the cartoon.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
no,
it's-
they won't
Not
get
really. She's being
If
offered.
it's a proposal,
well, if it's a proposal, it's 100%. This is
but
what,
that they're gonna. So he is proposing to her marriage.
yeah. Will you be my
Right.
queen?
I don't know, in terms of the situation though, and the shopping and everything, it really has to address that. So that could have been, when we just think of it, that could have been a monster appearing anywhere with a crown, anywhere, right? And that would be funny, right? So it's not taking into account that she's shopping.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it's not taking into account the thing it has to take into account, which is it's a shopping. And the I mean, I guess that was my ultimate criteria. If I was cartoon editor or looking at this, or if a cartoonist would do the cartoon. So I always go back to, if a cartoonist would be doing the cartoon, they wouldn't be drawing all this stuff to have that caption. No way. It doesn't, and it works as a caption contest because caption contests are sort of loopy, and they gain from just being unusual compared to the captions that do make sense of it. To the captions that do make sense of it. But I do think that has to be the ultimate criteria. So yeah, you find it funny, bring them up Catholic, but why is it shopping? Why is it there? You didn't draw it. You didn't draw it for that reason. So
right. Well, I mean, when I drew it, I just wanted a mundane, setting for this, dramatic Faustian eruption.
But the way people look at it is it's going to be, it's involved, well, maybe I'm wrong, but that somehow it's, and that's what most of the people did. They involved the context. They involved the context.
Right. But, and I rejected a lot of them because they didn't involve,
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you said.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move on.
Let's go to Lawrence because this is what we do.
All right, and again, I'm sorry about the camera. All right, first tell me why
it's the camera that should apologize.
Right. So my first one, first tell me why the position is vacant. I think that's great, and that's
I think
you chose that. I don't join loyalty programs. I liked because it's a nice reference to the programs that grocery stores have, and also to the sense that, to the idea that you have to pledge your everlasting loyalty to Satan. I won't have to return my cart. I don't know why I put that in. I'm not going to fight for it. Nice to meet you. I'm Carol, Reaper of Coupons. It's stupid, but it made me laugh. The idea that he had introduced himself as Prince of Darkness. And give up all this is already, I think, among the top 8. I thought my biggest temptation today would be the double fudge. Just again, making a connection between the temptation to sell your soul and the temptation that chocolate poses. I'm already in my own personal hell. Only if we bring them up Catholic. I liked because I almost did marry a Catholic woman about 35 years ago, and that was one of the issues. So,
well, let's definitely keep it for that reason.
Right.
Definitely keep it for that reason because
that's not.
And also, I did marry a Catholic. My first wife was Catholic, so that's another point.
Yeah, I will say baptizing our kids.
Well, if 2 of us did it, I think it should go in, or almost did it.
Yeah.
So I am going to fight for the next one. I do love a good Faustian.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, I
okay.
Originally,
that pulls in a lot of elements there.
Yeah.
Right. I thought that was a really elegant way of addressing the disparate frames of reference. And the last one, you're melting my ice cream, is just a reference to the fact that there are flames.
There were a lot of variations of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of yeah.
But the only one I'm going to go to bat for really is I do love a good Faustian bargain.
Yeah, I'll put that in the image, and then we'll keep on going. So next one is, this is just the public's voting in order. This is the only one that has any order of. So this was the highest rated one. First, tell me why the position is vacant and give up all of this. Next time you ding my car, just leave a note. It does have at least someone appreciates my shoplifting and the bed and bath. So the public did pretty good here. There were a lot of.
We're in danger of being replaced.
I know, if it keeps it up.
They did a good job.
There
I
were.
like the thermostat. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
I bring this one up because I'm busy with my own personal hell. There were a lot of variations of that as well, but the person already is in. A lot of variations of that one. All right, mine. Hold on, what's the count? Bed and bath. The rounding up for charity didn't work as well, but I want to see a good joke about how we have to round up for charity all the time. A little help is just kind of avoiding the entire thing, which is funny. This one, no thanks. I'm already a Jewish princess. I think was funny. I don't think it should at all be in the winners, but I did laugh when I saw that one. I'm glad someone submitted that one.
So the Jap joke is not dead.
Not if
anti-Semite, Trevor.
Yeah, that's what I told Trevor that he wouldn't listen.
I didn't submit this one. I give a Tolkien shout out. Not if you're the last man on Middle Earth.
But what is the Middle Earth reference there? Is it like?
It's that's where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
all right.
That's inaccurate.
I mean, it's I forget where Sauron lives. It would be he's.
I mean, there can be stuff that's a little bit too referential. What was one with a spoon? I'm going to need a longer spoon.
Yeah,
I had to look that up.
Yeah.
Need a long spoon to sup with the devil.
My favorite that wasn't picked though is you know how I feel about public marriage proposals. Because they're awful public marriage proposals.
Yes.
And I feel like this would actually be something someone would say if they were going to be getting married.
I was at a moth competition, a storytelling competition, where a guy proposed to his girlfriend on stage, and I almost passed out. I was so nervous. I just desperately wanted to get out of there. And I couldn't act in. And I just thought, why the hell are you doing this? And, and she said yes, and you almost have to. I always wonder if when she got home, she said, I only said yes just to
right.
Oh, absolutely.
To get through this. I'm not actually going to marry you, especially because you proposed to me in public.
What was the British thing?
I wonder what cartoons. Probably there have been cartoons like that, David. Will you marry me with? Or I'm just coming to mind with let's say the airplane trailing ad, and then it's shot down or something, or another airplane is coming the other way saying,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
The British one is just making fun of the monarchy and a crown.
Is that what it is? That's just not outright and like racism, Trevor. I feel.
Let's move on here to trolls now.
I was going to bring up the British one just because I thought, I can't believe that. That's you won your independence. Leave it there. So yeah, from my list, I'm a bit disappointed with my own list here. I'm just trying to think of the ones that I do like. There were quite a few with the theme of what has she done wrong to be kind of to be the queen of hell. So I didn't notice the 11th item. I like that version of that joke. She's what minor sin has she committed in the shop that has
I guess it sort of confused me a little bit. Like, is she being rewarded or punished?
Yeah, that
it just felt like this is something you're punished, but then it's a flip because instead of being punished, you get rewarded.
Yeah, well, she's committed a crime which makes her queen of hell. She's a criminal.
Yeah, if it was clear that he loved her because of that, like the shoplifting one is like that she's saying you noticed my shoplifting, like so he loves her for that reason. If this one was
so at least someone appreciates my shoplifting makes it, I think, clear. Otherwise, you have to do a little double thing.
Yeah, well, again, I put the shoplifting one in as well because I thought there were a couple of good ones there.
Yeah.
The other ones that I would I fight for anything other than the shoplifting one? The one that I didn't put on my list that I knew would get absolutely zero response from everybody else was just the worst pun award, which was "You Hades me at hello."
Oh God.
That was horrible.
I was. That's actually a good idea to have a
Well,
reward.
what about no? I'm not. I'm Helen Wheeler, not Hell on Wheels.
Oh,
Right.
Joel, that's a good idea though. Maybe we should introduce a worst pun award and
Oh yeah.
return.
no, do not encourage this, for God's sake. It's hard enough.
We could return their
Yeah,
$5.
I don't
and
think
they can never submit
you
again.
can allude to the worst.
All right.
Well, I thought they hated "You Hades me at hello" was it tickled me, even though it shouldn't.
All right.
And then
It's
I
a
think
guilty pleasure for sure.
and then as an overview, yeah, I just thought there were quite a few. Like there was like inappropriate language crept into a lot more of these than have done for any of our other competitions up to now. I don't know if anyone else noticed. There was quite a lot of swearing. There was some, dipshit was in there. Arsehole was in there. Someone used the word cripples. I think there was a context to that. I can't remember yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
What was the asshole? It was like hellhole, asshole. It was that one I had in my maybe list actually.
What's odd is
What was it? Was it some sort of triple?
Yeah, it was a triple. It was something.
yeah.
Hellhole, asshole. What was it?
Yeah, what was the other one?
Pothole or something?
Let me see if I can find it.
Pothole. It was pothole, hellhole, asshole.
Yeah.
The very first one submitted, which was submitted 1 minute after we went live at midnight, was "fuck off," which is a weird one to do the second it comes out.
It's actually pretty funny. It does work. If you put that on the cartoon, it would work.
I think that might also be partly because people think, oh, you can submit fuck now because the New Yorker published a Bruce Eric Kaplan cartoon with the word fuck, and that was the first time the magazine had ever done that regarding the U.S. Supreme Court's recent decision about Trump.
Yes.
Oh.
And it was really interesting that they decided to break that barrier.
Well, I think that was a good cartoon to break the barrier on. I mean, it's something that needed the needle swung to it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a great cartoon to use for that purpose because what I thought the context is that the magazine saying, look, if the U.S. Supreme Court is not going to follow the rules, they're not going to follow the law, we're not going to follow the rules that we had established either. If you guys are just going to throw all of these rules to the wind, then we're going to throw this one rule to the wind, and we're going to, at least for this issue, use the word fuck.
Let me guess, Lawrence, you disagreed with their.
I strongly disagreed with it. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop following the rules also now. This is like this is get out of jail free. But
well, it's opened the floodgates to a more foul-mouthed entries than we would normally have. Plus, I think it probably was part of the reason for things like you must be British. I think all rules have collapsed now.
All right, so we're at 10. We got to get to 6 and then pick our winner. No one laughed at this one when I read it on the cartoon. We can look at the cart. Want to see them on the cartoon?
Yes, please.
yes, on the cartoon.
All right. So here we'll go in order here. What are the hours?
No.
We're not getting a laugh. Yeah, I don't.
It
Doesn't address anything.
No.
Stop asking me about your customer rewards program.
That might be one of them.
It explains he's persistent and it involves the shopping and wraps it up.
Yeah, I mean, you'd want something that involves where he is.
But if you're going
too long, though.
But if you're going to go for that joke, I would go for the loyalty entry.
Because it's yours.
Because well, I didn't submit it, but I did like it. I don't join loyalty program.
Okay.
I would say, well, we also have, and all I have to do is give you my credit card info. They're both, I think one of them has to go with the two.
Yeah, they're very much the same idea.
It's all the same idea.
Yeah, I say knock them both out and put in substitute loyalty programs.
All right, put him up low.
So this one we'll keep, but Bob doesn't want it to win.
No,
I
only
like
if we
that
bring him
one.
up Catholic.
This one cracks.
Just on that, just on the Catholic one, the one I picked, my version of that was how would you feel about a church wedding? I don't know why. Again, I'm probably in the minority here, but I thought that was a better version of this joke in the sense. Why is it I think it's better?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that the. I guess only if we bring him up Catholic makes sort of sense because clearly he's not Catholic.
Yeah,
He's pagan, and so yeah, that's okay.
No, I've actually had the argument with my wife about baptizing our children, so it's like a perfect. This one makes perfect sense to me. But I understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, my wife and I are both Catholic, and we decided on no kids for sure. But if we had, I can tell you they would not have been brought up Catholic.
No, we said we wouldn't baptize them, and then a couple of years in, she had some guilt about her mom, and then wanted to baptize them, and yeah, it was like an actual. This one, I guess I thought was funny on a personal level. I'm just here for the bed and bath part. Everyone likes this one.
Yes,
that's good.
We don't have bed and bath in the UK. That is
it's Bed Bath and Beyond. See?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I actually got the joke, but it's not a cultural phenomenon here.
Right.
First, I think this is good. First, tell me why the position is vacant. It has a Bob element of what happened. It has. I mean, when you look at the accelerants to make something funny, this is
It's a good top 6. There's the problem here is the no laugh track. It's not a laugher, but it is good. At least someone appreciates my shoplifting is my favorite.
I do like that.
Yeah,
I give that a strong thumbs up.
And give up all this, her wonderful suburban existence. This was a popular one.
I think this is very nice just because of its compression, how short it is, I don't think it perfectly fits the scene, but I'm always one for concision. You've got 5 words.
Mm-hmm. And all I have to do is give you my credit card info.
Well, we're going to pick the...
Wait. What happened to Faustian bargain?
We haven't done them all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm okay with actually both the credit card one and the rewards one not being in there.
Yeah.
I do love a good Faustian bargain.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I did throw the one I wanted to fight in. You know how I feel about public marriage proposals.
Why would he know?
Because they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
I do get the feeling that he's been pursuing her.
Yeah, they've been dating.
In the very first caption I had come up when I was, when I had done the drawing, and Bob, as you know, I'm a hand and not a head. I draw, everything springs from drawings usually rather than the verbal part. And the first thing I had for her was something like, I'm flattered, but the answer is still no. I mean, the idea was that that he's been pursuing her.
Yeah.
So
of course, you would not know that from the drawing.
So basically what Trevor's daughter said.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah. That he's been pursuing her. Oh,
yeah. I do feel like they know each other. You feel like she just popped out of nowhere, I guess. It's how anyone interprets the drawing.
Well, for some a lot of people did think that because of the captions. I mean, I think that's one of the interesting things about a caption contest. It is sort of a Rorschach test for what we imagine.
Yeah.
And when you see, while you were doodling and then you came up with that, what the other people see is the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They see
exactly,
the situation that she's shopping. And so the answer, but from your point of view in drawing it, he's got to come up somewhere, and he can't just be there, right, as a demon.
Right.
He can't just be there. He's got to appear. And when you think about, what are the alternatives to images to, let's say, what you came up with, I'm flattered, but still no. it's got to be surprising. It's got to appear, right? Because
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's making a grand gesture in this case.
Yeah.
And
And
she has a nonplussed reaction, so it seems like.
I think the nonplussedness makes what you think that maybe she knows him. Or
Yeah,
she's
that's why
certainly
I
not.
feel like.
that she's not.
Yeah.
Right. She's.
Even if her eyes were bulged, then I might not think that. But anyway, all right. So let's go. Let's knock some out here. I think no one credit card info goes. What are the hours goes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really surprising. It doesn't sort of jump at you with
I mean, so they're mundane quips.
Mm-hmm. I could get rid of the
and
rewards
there were many
program.
versions of them.
You guys want to get rid of the rewards program?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What are we down to now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble seeing them. Could you just read them off quickly, Trevor?
Yeah.
Let's see them on the image. Let's see them on the image.
All right.
I know this is extra work, but
It's not a lot.
it's part of the job. Because,
Yes, this is why you guys get the big bucks.
This is
why we're a multi-million-dollar company. Here we go. All right. So let me first erase the one. Okay. Got to keep these in 2 spots. All right. So what are?
I mean, I like the public marriage proposals, but I'm not in love with it.
I think it's too long.
Okay, so we'll get rid of public marriage proposals. I'll go through.
I tell you, I do like.
What are the hours? Is one.
Yeah, I like that. Or I like ones in which there are really no way in which you could deduce the image.
Actually, we knocked out what are the hours. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Only if we bring them up Catholic.
Yeah, good.
I'm just here for the bed and bath part. Good.
Yeah, good.
First, tell me why the position is vacant.
I think
Yes.
that's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
At least someone appreciates my shoplifting. Keeping
I
that.
like that.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's gonna win. And give up all this.
No, I'm not. Don't feel that one.
What are we down to 6?
We have 7.
Did we? I thought we got rid of one of
we
those
would
7.
then eliminate and give up all this.
Well, we have we'll go through them all. I do love a good Faustian bargain.
Yes.
And then you know how I feel about public marriage proposals. So you want marriage proposals and give up all this? Which one?
I like marriage proposals
keep
better.
the public marriage proposal.
Okay, so we're getting rid of and give up all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that give up all this is very apropos, but it's a little generic.
I like the shout out to like the kind of suburban existence of like being at one of those.
No, it's
centers.
really good.
Yeah,
I mean, there are a lot of good captions.
Yeah. I don't say
these are good captions. I think sometimes with a caption contest, you want a little display of cleverness, maybe more than you would in a normal cartoon. And these are other ideas, you know. Each one of these is, you really had to combine some other idea to make it work. And give up all this, which I think absolutely works, you don't, right? Not really.
Yeah. I don't, not speaking for the group. This one here would be the one I would pick for the grand prize winner. Is anyone who agrees? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, my top 2 would be this one and the bed and bath one. So, if that was the grand prize, I would like I think bed and bath would be a good number 2 because it brings in a whole story. You have to put some of yourself into it. You say bed, bath.
Well, bed and bath, you really have to figure out, which I didn't, which is good. I mean, the whole beyond part, that is something that's not even there. So I would say that on its unusualness, right?
Now here's a question for the bed, and going back to the bed and bath caption. Do you guys think it would have worked better if bed and bath, the words have been capitalized?
Yeah.
would it have pointed people
Yes.
to the Bed Bath and
Yeah.
Beyond store a little better?
Yeah.
But we understood that, or at least you guys did. But
But isn't the shoplifting better because there's something about the way she is drawn, that the fact that she's got this double life where no one expects her to be a shoplifter and she's got this secret life.
That's a good point.
I
yes.
really appreciate. So that's why I find this so funny.
The Bed and Bath
Yeah,
is a chuckle, but this is a bit of more of a bigger laugh.
Yeah.
Not that the goal is to be the funniest, but this is
okay. So
Yeah,
let's,
and yeah,
okay.
We're happy with that?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, congratulations. I will tell you who the person is. At least someone appreciates my shoplifting. Mark Strout. He's a repeat winner.
Yeah, he's a frequent
Oh,
Yeah, frequent and
finalist.
these people,
winner.
Paul Nestor, him, these people, they're having.
So can we find out who submitted Bed Bath and Beyond?
yes, we
Just,
can.
Probably
just
find it
we're so close.
Why not go? Why not give shout outs to all the people who are?
Sure.
Sure. I'm just here for the Bed and Bath part. Tyler Bradley.
He's another frequent finalist.
Yes.
We probably shouldn't tell because this way people will stop.
I know how you feel about public marriage proposals. Elizabeth Thornley. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Lawrence's favorite, Faustian Bargain. Kurt Rossetti, a regular. Bring Them Up Catholic. Wayne Klein. Congratulations, Wayne. First, tell me why the position is vacant.
Oh, I love that one actually.
Rob Needham.
Okay.
And
All right.
and that's all of them.
What about David's? What was David's original?
Oh yeah, David. Oh, he had two. Actually, David submitted this as an airmail, which we put on CartoonStock. Bob edits for the airmail publication, and it was not selected. What was the caption on that one?
Well, let's see. The first time I submitted it to Airmail, the caption was, actually, I wish I had this in front of me in writing, but
I have your email here, David.
okay. I mean, the caption, I believe, for this one was, "You want the Persephone who shops near Mount Etna in Sicily." So that was the first caption. So he's like taking a wrong turn somewhere near the center of the earth.
Yeah, that's.
And then I resubmitted it. Let's say I submitted it at the beginning of 2003 with that caption. Then you guys saw it and trampled on my heart again by not accepting it. I think last year. And the caption at that point was
I have Queen of the Damned.
Queen of the Damned? Queen of the Damned what? So, like, finish your sentence. Queen of the Damned what?
I like that.
Yeah, that was good.
So, yeah, that's the one I
Well,
like.
now,
But actually,
now, unfortunately, you have to stop submitting.
yes, I can no longer
submit it. But it's wonderful. All your art is really wonderful. These cartoons.
Oh, thank you.
You get so much pleasure out of.
Yeah.
A cartoon like this. That's I think that's generally the case in the people who draw first. That's a
Ping pong ball.
That's a kitten we have who was hunting ping pong balls in my studio.
Oh,
There he goes. Now, yeah, which maybe is the time for, unless we want to hear that ping pong ball.
Well, yeah, thank you very much for everyone entering. Congratulations to Mark Strout. Thank you guys here for voting and another successful caption contest.
well, it was a blast.
Okay.